Yes. Now, I'm not on my desktop right now because I'm working on getting some speakers and also changing up a couple of things on my computer side. But, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, folks. This is. I know that probably just skipped because I just shared it on Facebook and other social media platforms. Just give me a sec. Get started. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pigskin Mafia podcast. Live, by the way. Last time I was on here, it was a pre recorded preseason preview of who I think was going to win. Now we're in week 0. We're finally here. And I've been on a hiatus and ready to rock and roll this time. I'm looking forward to seeing all the fans come out here, watch me give my takes on college football for this week. We only have 8 games this week. Thank God for that. And I just gotta tell you guys, I'm really excited about this college football season. It's a lot of unknowns this season. Probably the favorites this season: Ohio State, Indiana, Texas, Georgia, um, Oregon, Miami, so on and so forth. There's a lot of unknowns going on right now in college football. But week 0 is the uh, pre taste of what is yet to come. So we do have some good games, but they're group of 5 games. But we also have a international game, which I'll be completely honest, I'm not too fond of the international game. I think the international game is pretty fucking stupid, if you ask me. Um, I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen this season for college football. Of course, again, I am not on my computer right now because I am doing some things, doing some changes to the background of the PMP for the layout for the Pigskin Mafia podcast. And welcome to those that are just joining us. Uh, so this week we're just going to talk about college football until the NFL starts. Then we get on the NFL, which we're going to cover all 16 games for the NFL and do it quickly for the NFL, which I don't have a problem with that. I'm more in tune with college football anyway. However, we have 8 games on Saturday. I'm looking forward to watching, especially that North Carolina and TCU game where last year TCU beat the living shit out of North Carolina. And hi, Sylvia. How are you doing? Sylvia Reyes 1364 out here saying hello. But and then we got San Jose State, USC. NC State traveling to Virginia, which will be the first ACC game. I don't know why the ACC loves early ACC matchups, but it will be in Virginia. The first game for North Dakota State as a FBS program. Very interested to see how that goes as they take on a former FCS opponent. I don't know what that says. Who is that? Anyway. FCS opponent, Jax State, which will be in North Dakota, which I'm excited to see the Bison debut. And then another team that's debuting for the first time in the FBS level, Sac State, which they're having their first conference game against Eastern Michigan, who has been a part of the MAC since the dawn of time, probably when Moses parted the Red Sea. And I'm doing pretty good, Sylvia, just talking college football. If you're in tune with college football, stick around because I'm going to make my picks and predictions on these games. Then you got Hawaii, who's part of the Mountain West, taking on Stanford, who's a part of the fucking ACC, which makes no sense whatsoever to me. New Mexico State taking on Florida State in Tallahassee. New Mexico State over the years has been competitive, but you play football, do you? I don't want to say it yet. Anyway, New Mexico State will travel to Tallahassee to take on the Seminoles, the Cinnamon Rolls, however you want to say it. And then finally, Memphis at UNLV, which I think is going to be the Group of 5 game of the week. Or Group of 6, however you want to say it, game of the week. And thank you for the subscription, Sylvia Reyes. Awesome. Glad you could be a part of the show. All right, we're going to start off with the game of the week, which I think is going to be a much better game, even though I don't like the fact that they're going international in this world. North Carolina versus TCU in Dublin, Ireland, which would be the Aer Lingus College Football Classic, which I don't know why they started doing this shit internationally. I think it is a detriment to the programs for scheduling wise. I mean, just look at Kansas State and Iowa State last year. They weren't really that good, except for Iowa State. They were competitive, but they weren't that good. In Kansas State, they fell off the fucking face of the planet during that game too, and after that game. But North Carolina and TCU get to play in this matchup. Last year, TCU whooped the shit out of North Carolina after North Carolina scored on the opening drive. Then eventually, TCU said, we're just going to beat the shit out of you. This year, they don't have Josh Hoover. They had a lot of turnover, as well as getting a lot of imports as well in the transfer portal. But North Carolina, they were young and they're ready to go this season. I think they'll be a lot better this season. However, I think TCU is going to be a sleeper in the Big 12 again. But let's see how it goes. It'll be 11 a.m. Central Time on Saturday. It'll be live on ESPN and Disney Plus. And TCU is favored by 7.5 points, with the over and under at 47.5. And the money line is UNC at 260. All right, so here's what I think is going to happen. I think it's going to be a very competitive game. I think it's going to be a sloppy game, because what first game is actually a good game, you know, in today's football? I think it's going to be very sloppy. I think it's going to be a lot of fundamental issues on both sides. It's Ireland. It's going to be nasty out there, I think. I think North Carolina is going to cover, but I do think Oh, thank you very much, Keon. I appreciate that. And don't be ashamed of using me to improve my English or your English language, because you'll learn words like fuck, shit, motherfucker. I mean, that I'm a good teacher. I am a good teacher. So, learn about football, real football, not soccer. Okay? But in this reference, we're talking about American football here. But back to what I was talking about, and I do appreciate you for commenting, and I do talk back. Leave a like if you would like. Subscribe if you would like as well, because it means a lot to me that we have international fans. However, this is going to be played in Ireland. This is going to be a slot fest, I think. UNC does cover, in my opinion. because it has been I don't think there's been a lot of blowouts in Ireland from what I remember, except for maybe Notre Dame versus Navy at some point. Uh, Tomorrow is your last game. Oh wow, the season just started though. Um, I think UNC covers. I hope you win too. I think UNC covers, but I think TCU wins it 27-21. I think UNC does cover, and it's just that TCU is just got a better roster. I think that UNC will mature a lot better under Bill Belichick, but there's just a lot going on in UNC. But again, TCU's the more talented roster, in my opinion. I'm going to go with the Horned Frogs, 27-21. Next game we're going to talk about, San Jose State at number 14, USC. And you're welcome, Sylvia. It'll be live on NBC, 1400 Central Time here in the States. USC is a 38.5 point favorite with the over and under at 60.5. And money line as of today, it's off. There's no money line on this game. Why would there be a money line for San Jose State traveling to the Coliseum to take on the Trojans of USC? It's going to be a fucking bloodbath. I'll just be honest. This is one of those games where you're going to fall asleep to. Just being honest. I got USC winning 56-13, and I got USC as my sleeper Big Ten team going forward. Hang on a sec. So that way I'm not getting a lot of interruptions or notifications are in my fucking face. Anyway, but yeah, I got 56-13. USC covers the 38.5. I think it's going to be a bloodbath. I think San Jose State's going to get their fucking shit pushed in. Game number 3. NC State traveling to Virginia to take on the Virginia Cavaliers, the runner-ups of the ACC last season. I like what Tony Elliott has done over there for Virginia. This game will be at 14:30 ESPN. Virginia is a 5.5 point favorite as of now. Over and under is 53.5. Again, spread changes every fucking day. So don't be surprised if I'm wrong about the spread again. Money line is in NC State 180. I got to be honest here. NC State is a quiet ACC team to watch out for. A lot of people are really high on Virginia this season after what happened to them last season, and they almost won the ACC, but ended up losing to Duke in the ACC championship, an 8-5 ACC champion. I am just wow, James Dillon. Fuck your Sooners. Okay, it's hook 'em. I'm just kidding. I'm glad you came along for the ride, James Dillon. But can't wait for the Red River rivalry. That's the game I'm going to be intrigued on this season. But back to NC State and Virginia. I don't know about this one. This one was 50-50 for me. I like David Bailey for NC State, and I like NC State in this game. Give me the Wolfpack over the Cavaliers, 24-21. And this one is like really close for me. I don't know if I'll be wrong or right on this one. But this one, I think I'll be right for sure. Who's my favorite football player, right? Are you talking about right now or all time? because all time would probably be Walter Payton. Um, Jack State traveling to North Dakota State. My God. College football fans have been waiting for the name North Dakota State. Oh, I live in a sad universe. Well, you live in denial, and I live in reality where OU hasn't scored a fucking touchdown in over 2 years. 2 years, homie. Look how emotional he is. Boomer, motherfucker. Yeah. Hook 'em. I'm glad you joined the show, though. I'm so glad you joined. James Dillon, 87-65. Score a fucking touchdown against Texas. Then come talk to me. So back to North Dakota State. You can't even spell it there. And you can't even spell asses. Yeah, you're definitely from Oklahoma. You don't know how to fucking speak English. That's the wrong there, by the way. That's the wrong there. It's THEIR. Oklahoma education at its finest. Boomer! Already. Anyway, back to the important topic at hand. You're even getting clowned by the kid that can't even speak English. Hell yeah. I fucking love college football, man. But you are a loser. You lost the Red River rivalry. Got beat by Alabama in the opening. You haven't won a playoff game, James. You haven't won a playoff game. Talk to me when you win a playoff game and score a fucking touchdown against Texas. Because you haven't scored a touchdown in Texas in over 2 years, homie. How does that make you feel as a Sooner fan? It's not being called a loser now. It's being called a failure. And Texas won their bowl game last season. Night, stay tuned. Sooner fans crack me up. Like, I love Sooner fans because they earn the right to talk shit to us. But Aggies, and that's fine. I don't mind you being on here. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't care, James. Influencer. Do you see me influencing people? No. I'm here talking about fucking football, homie. But motherfucker can't use the right there. One person watching. I actually see 3 people watching. So try 2 more. I know your education isn't right up there. No, you're a failure, is what you are, James. What is even that on your profile pic? What is that? Anywho, back to Jack State and North Dakota State. North Dakota State's this guy is loving this. He loves attention. Anyway, Jack State at North Dakota State. North Dakota State's FBS debut. It'll be at 16:30 Saturday. CBS. Yeah, there you go. I appreciate you, Keon. Uh, CBS Sports Network. The spread is North Dakota State is favored by 7. The over and under is 46.5, and the money line is 215 for Jacksonville State. I think this one's going to be a pretty easy win for North Dakota State. I think Jacksonville State will put up a fight though. But I think North Dakota State strikes early and just continues to pummel Jacksonville State. But I do think it's going to be a 10-point win for the Bison in their debut as a FBS program. 31-21 in Fargo for the Bison. So I'm excited for those teams to play against each other, by the way. Sac State taking on Eastern Michigan. Sac State's first FBS and Mid-American Conference matchup. This game will be live 17:30. Also, all these games are on Saturday, by the way. 17:30 ESPN Plus. Eastern Michigan is a 10-point favorite. The over and under is 52.5. And Sac State is a money line, or the money line is at Sac State for 300. I got Eastern Michigan in this. Sac State is they're pretty good, but they're not as good as North Dakota State in my opinion. And plus, you're about to face probably one of the better MAC programs in the MAC, in my opinion, overall. But I think Eastern Michigan comes out with a win, 35-20. It'll be a good one for sure, but I think Eastern Michigan pulls away at the end. Game number 6, Hawaii taking on Stanford. Now, this game will be played at 1800 ACC Network. The spread is Stanford 4 points. Over and under is 48.5. And Hawaii is the 154 money line. All right, so I think this is going to be a close matchup. I don't really think necessarily both teams are that good, but Hawaii is really good about beating California teams like Cal, Stanford, even teams in Arizona like the Wildcats back in the day. I think Hawaii is a little bit more skilled than Stanford, even though Andrew Luck's there and pulling some strings to get that team back to prominence like they were back in the early 2010s. But I got to go with Hawaii on this one. I think Hawaii wins 24-21. I just think Hawaii's got the better roster. And then game number 7, another game where I'm probably going to snooze. New Mexico State at Florida State. 1800 live on CW. The spread is Florida State 30.5. 30.5, homie. And the over and under is 52.5. And the money line is 2,200 for New Mexico State. I got Florida State 49-13 at home in Tallahassee. Chief Osawala spiking the spear through the New Mexico State Aggies. Now, finally, the last game that we got is Memphis at UNLV. I think this is probably the best game on tap to me. I think it's going to be a fucking shootout. I think it's going to be a great game. A lot of physicality. And I think this is going to be a good one, folks, because you got two of the top G5 teams in the group of 5. the Memphis Tigers, who just picked up Coach Huff, and UNLV with Dan Mullen, who I think is a genius. Um, I think this is going to be a good one here, folks. UNLV is hosting it. It'll be live 2100 on Fox. And UNLV is the 4.5 point favorite. Over and under is 56.5. And the money line is Memphis 160. I think this is going to be a shootout. I think it's going to be a back and forth type of game. There's going to be a lot of turnover. There's going to be a lot of craziness in this game. This is probably going to be the best game, in my opinion. It just so happens TCU and North Carolina was picked as the game of the week. But, however, I think this is honestly the best game on tap. Now, I think Memphis is going to cover this game. But I got UNLV to win 35-31. And it'll be a fantastic matchup. But yeah, so there are my picks. TCU 27-21 over the Tar Heels. USC blows out San Jose State 56-13. NC State shocks the world and beats Virginia at home 24-21. North Dakota State picks up their first FBS win as a FBS program, 31-21 over the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. Eastern Michigan over the debuting Sac State Hornets, 35-20. The Hawaii Rainbow Warriors upset the Stanford Cardinal. Florida State dismantles New Mexico State before their eventual matchup with Ohio State, 49-13. And then UNLV and Memphis have a boxing match, and UNLV knocks Memphis out in the final round, 35-31. And that's all I got for picks, and that's all the games this week, folks. But you could definitely watch them. You could definitely bet on them if you want. I don't have any sponsors for betting. Probably a good thing. But there's something else I wanted to talk about tonight, and that's the players that are getting drafted play a preseason game and then going back to college. I think there's been 3 of them that have been announced so far, and 16 of them are waiting for approval. I think it's a complete mockery of the game of football that this is even fucking allowed. That the NFL and NCAA don't have any sets of nuts to show us that they got nuts and say, no, you're not going back to college. Well, a lot of fucking players are saying, you know what, we're going back to school and we're going to finish our 5th year because we deserve it. Blah, blah, blah. You know, it's destroying the integrity of the game. It's destroying the love of the game. Kids are just going back for the payment. That's it. Kids are just going back for just the monetary gain. They're not going back out there to win a national championship or any of that. Like, and I'm not a fan of them even leaving the NFL. Once you sign up with an NFL team, you're in it for good. There should be no more going back after that. You know, and in a way, it could be a pressure pull on the NFL to raise rookie contracts. I don't know. I don't know what's up with this shit. Like, I really don't. I think it's a stupid idea. I think it hurts the game more than it helps the game. And these fucking kids and these fucking guys that are going... I think it's worse when somebody goes to the NFL, plays a preseason, gets drafted in the NFL draft, and then goes back to college to play for a LSU or an Ole Miss or a Texas or a Texas A&M or Alabama or so on and so forth. You're opening up Pandora's box even more. You're actually carving the fucking wood out of the bottom of Pandora's box, and you're really ruining the game of football. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Why are we allowing Daquan Wright to leave the Cleveland Browns organization to go play for LSU? Like, how fucking stupid are we, NCAA? How fucking stupid are we, Roger Goodell? Like, holy shit. The incompetence in this whole fucking thing. That players are entering the transfer portal while they're on a fucking NFL roster. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid. It's like after a kid goes to high school and goes out in the fucking workforce, right? Kid's going through the workforce, right? And then all of a sudden he jollies down and goes, I want to go back to high school and play my last year of football. Because that's eventually going to happen now. Give me a fucking break. Like, this is ridiculous that we are allowing ourselves to sit there and go, well, yeah, the kid could go back to college, to go back to playing college football. Why? Well, he kind of needs the funds. He's getting paid fucking $4 million in college. There are kids in college right now that are getting paid more than rookie contracts. It's the most stupid fucking thing I've ever seen. Fucking never in my life have I ever seen such incompetence from the NCAA in the NFL. Now it's eventually going to go down to the high school level where high schoolers are going to fucking graduate from high school, but then they're going to go, I would like to sign a waiver or get a waiver out there to play high school football one more year so that way I can get more tape. Because college or high school kids are getting paid right now in other states. Texas is about to have it done. Fucking California has it done. Tennessee has it done. Georgia has it done. All these different states have NIL. It's okay for the kids to have NIL, but this shit's getting ridiculous. And the guys in the NFL, there was one guy that made 2 sacks in a fucking preseason game. 2 sacks against the Jets. And he played for the Buccaneers. Tell me why he decides, I'm gonna go into the transfer portal and play my last year of college football. Tell me how that's even possible. And the adults in the room are fucking allowing it. And it's a complete fucking mockery of our beloved game of football. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? It's frustrating as a fan to watch it because I fucking love this sport. But I don't know how much longer I could take seeing guys do this type of shit. Fucking 6 years in college football. Fucking 47-year-olds in college football. Fucking NFL players fucking leaving after signing a rookie deal or fucking playing in a preseason game, going back to college. You see where I'm going with this? The shit doesn't add up at all. It doesn't add up. And I could sit here and blue in the fucking face and just scream and yell, but it's up to the NCAA and fucking NFL do something about it. And I know for goddamn well they're not going to do anything because they're fucking pussies. They're fucking pussies. Let's face it. They're scared of these fucking kids. They're fucking scared. I don't understand why we allow this shit to fucking happen. That these kids have more say than the coaches. Have more say than these fucking adults in the room. I don't get it. I don't get it. God damn. Like, this is ridiculous. That we have to sit here and watch fucking guys that got drafted. They played in a preseason game. And now they're waltzing back into college football. Tell me how that's even remotely right whatsoever. Tell me how that's remotely right. It's not right at all. It's hurting the game more and fucking more by the minute. That the NCAA and these fucking assholes from the NFL, including Roger Goodell, to allow shit like this to happen. Now it's going to happen on the high school level. Watch. I'm the only motherfucker that's saying that right now. It's going to happen. We're going to fucking see high schoolers, right? We're going to see them fucking go into college or go into the workforce and then say, you know what? I'm going to get a waiver. And I'm going to have the government or the state government grant this waiver for me to play high school football or high school sports in general. One more year of high school eligibility is what they'll say. And then high school's going to get the 5-year rule. How fucking stupid is that? And yet it's possible. Now that college football has allowed it, NFL has allowed it, NBA has allowed it, college basketball has allowed it, fucking all sports have allowed this type of shit to go on. It's fucking ridiculous, guys. How the fuck are you supposed to sit there and go, you know what? That kid should play college football. Even though he signed to the Buccaneers, he should go back and play college football. Even though he has a deal with the Bucs. And now they're saying that they get to keep their contracts. It should be, once you sign in the NFL, you're fucking done with college football. Then your real career starts. College football has turned into a fucking Pop Warner fucking organization. It has turned into a relegated league for NFL players that can't hack it in the league. That's the UFL's job, not college football. It's the UFL's job to do that. But yet, here we are. College football is now the relegated league for the NFL. It is now the NFL G League. How fucking depressing does that sound? And I swear to God, I think it is rage bait there, Keon. I think it is. It's pure rage bait for real fans like myself. But I wouldn't be remiss after that heated statement that I made. I wouldn't be remiss if I didn't talk about the legendary Dolly Parton, who passed earlier today. Legendary. She was 80 years old. Shout out to her and her family. Um, may she rest in peace. And also shout out to my cousin Brian, who also passed away with cancer. And I'll be praying for my family up north and my family here for that. Brian was a good dude to me. I wish I would have had a little bit more time with him. But he was a good guy. But yeah, back to college football. We are back. Week 0 is here. You already got my predictions. You already got my picks. This is going to be a fun season. Now, I should be back up and running on the desktop by next week. Starting next Thursday. And we'll probably be watching. I'll probably be watching the game as well. So that way I can, just talk about it, watch. Talk about it, watch. I love college football more than the NFL for a reason. And I'm very passionate about college football. And it kills me to see something like that to happen with the whole, you sign with the NFL team, you play in a preseason game, you practice with the NFL team, and now you're relegating back to college. It's not college football anymore. It's the fucking G League of the NFL now. Come on now. It's a fucking joke. It's a fucking joke. But I want to thank everybody for watching. Even that loser ass James Dillon. He didn't even spell his fucking name right. He spelled it with fucking. Okay, he did. It looked like 2 or 3 L's. But anyway, I just want to thank everybody for watching. It's been a fun show. Got to talk some shit to a fucking Sooner who his team still hasn't scored a fucking point in over 2 seasons. Will they do it this year? I don't know. Maybe. If they do, congratulations. You're still going to get your ass kicked. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. But it's going to be a fun year. I cannot wait for the banter that I'm going to have with a lot of fans. I cannot wait to discuss what I'm going to talk about. I'm super excited to see what happens. Thank you, everybody, for watching. It's been a fun one. Hopefully, I stay undefeated and not have last year's bad luck creep into my luck this year. Joshua Johnson, salute to you, sir. Good night. This has been a fun show. It has. I needed this. It's been a while since I've been on here, guys. But next week, I should have the desktop running. And I should have all the graphics and the fucking intro and all that shit. So that way we can have some more fun with the show. And maybe we can have a longer show with it, too. So, Keon, you won't have to worry about the light next time because I should be able to have it on the desktop. There's a reason why it's like this. I'm doing some changes on the show through the desktop, so you should be fine next live. But anyways, folks, it's been real. What a show. Got some new friends, new subscribers. If you haven't hit that like button, hit that like button. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit that motherfucking subscribe button now. And hit that notification bell for more Pigskin Mafia podcasts, updates, shorts, and lives. Maybe videos too. I don't know. But until then, we are the Pigskin Mafia podcast. We are the PMP. Good night. Mwah. And good night. Bang. Toodaloo, motherfuckers. Peace out.